Welcome, my political friends of the interwebs. I really felt the need to give equal time to to the other side of the subject. One of my last videos I did was about Granny Madonna on stage exposing herself at the ripe old age of 55. Yeah, I do want to say, and I'm on record as saying that I think she's taking care of herself, and she, you know, she's rocking that 55-year-old body. But you know, some people found it a little disturbing that she was doing that. In that video, I made the comment about the Rolling Stones, and you don't see them on stage, you know, pulling out their wrinkled old wankers and waving them around. Well, you know, it's just ironic because I swear to you, 5 minutes after I posted that video, I run into this article on Ronnie Wood. And if you don't know, some of my younger viewers may not know, Ronnie Wood is a legendary guitarist for the Rolling Stones. He's been with the Stones since, I think, 1975, and his estimated net worth is, depending on who you listen to, anywhere from $90 million to $200 million. He's got it going on. But he just turned 65. And not that that's funny in itself, but the way he decided to celebrate it was with his 34-year-old girlfriend. Now, it gets much better. I want to show you some of these pics. Apparently he's in Venice and enjoying a gondola. Is it pronounced gondola or gondole? Anyway, it's a boat ride. And yeah, and from all accounts, the gondolier, the guy that piloted the boat, is actually the gondolier to the Pope. I guess when you got it like that. So anyway, here's Ronnie Wood with his his girlfriend, and I'm not. I guess her name's Sally Humphreys. Ah, Sally, making your mom and dad proud every day, I'm sure. So anyway, Sally's apparently in love with Gramps, and I'll show you a little bit more of their celebration together. Aren't they cute? I mean, isn't that precious? You know, he is, I swear to God, 65 years old. You know, and in the old days, you know, it would have been, you know, he probably can't even get it up. Well, now with Viagra, are you kidding me? You know, oh, this is my favorite picture of all of them. It's my favorite picture. This is shortly after she said to him, "I love you." Because, you know, here's the best way. I hear this about Donald Trump all the time because he always gets these really hot, beautiful model chicks. And you know, female friends of mine will say, well, I hope he realizes that they don't love him. Yeah, you don't really care. To people like that, you know, a young, hot, you know, beautiful girlfriend is like a Ferrari. I mean, they're expensive. They're an expensive ride. And every few years you trade them in for a new one, if you got it like that. And that's just kind of the way it is. I don't know where the latest Trump wife is at as far as the time frame of the prenuptial, but I know that Marla Maples, the previous Trump wife, the one before or after Ivanka, I think her prenup was like 7 years. After 7 years, she got the back to Brinks truck up. But yeah, true to form, to Donald, he kicked her to the curb right before that prenup was over, or before that clause in the prenup. So I suspect, I mean, it's been more than a few years now. He's got a couple of kids by this latest one. I suspect he's ready to trade in for a newer model. I'm guessing. So anyway, Ronnie Wood, you know, and I just think, you know, I just envision this picture you're looking at of her leaning over and saying, "I love you," and him laughing and thinking to himself, "Honey, I got a fistful of Viagra and an 8-ball. We're going to party tonight." Oh, man. So 34 and 65. It's kind of a crazy spread, but with Ronnie Wood, it gets a whole lot better than that. Oh, look, it's just true love. Here's the thing. This is the killer here. Okay, these are two of his latest girlfriends. Actually, I think the chick in the gondola is the latest. But if you look at the one on the left here, she's like a 19-year-old cocktail waitress, and apparently was the cause of Ronnie Wood's wife leaving him. I think he seems like he was married for 20 or maybe 25 years. So he's doing this 19-year-old cocktail waitress, and that was just about enough for her. You know, she figured that was probably her out. But so 19-year-old with a 60, at that time, a 64-year-old. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're any of my female subscribers or people that are females that watch my videos, let me know if that's something you could have done at 19. Could you have slept with a 64-year-old man? You know, somebody clearly old enough to be your grandfather. Now on the right, it's a little bit better of an age spread. She's only 25. You know, and you know, like, if you look at the way she's looking at that old bag of bones, you just got to wonder what's going through her mind. Is she thinking to herself, okay, I'm going to have to screw this guy, but I'm looking at him and I think he may be dead in a couple of years. See, here's the thing. Gold digging chicks don't have it like they used to. They really don't. Well, one, because of Viagra, they've actually got to earn their keep. Okay, and two, because of things like Lipitor and shit, people are living a lot longer. It used to be, take this chick on the right, 25 years old. If she could swindle a guy of Ronnie Wood's age into marrying her, she probably figured she'd have to do some back time for a couple of years, and then she would cash in for several millions of dollars. Hey, you know, I mean, it is what it is. If you could stomach it, it's not such bad work because the payoff is huge. But now, she's probably thinking to herself, God, this guy could go on for another 20 years. You know, maybe more. He's got the kind of money you guarantee he's got good health care. Yeah, you know, he may be British, but he ain't getting that. He's not getting that socialized health care over. I can guarantee you that. I guarantee you, when he goes to the hospital in Britain, it isn't the one that the peasants go to. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tragic thing now for the young girls. It's not as good of a gig as it used to be, because I don't care what anybody says. If you're 19, 25, hell, even 34. Okay, and you're sleeping with somebody that's well into their 60s. I don't care. I just, no. No. There's just nothing good about that at all. And I don't want to hear about how they love him, or, you know, even if they had daddy issues. You know, it's one thing to have daddy issues. It's another thing completely to have granddaddy issues. You know? I mean, I don't know. You know, and if you're a guy, you know, I wish I had the pick, the one of the greatest picks I've ever seen, ever, on all of the interwebs, was a picture of, on a beach. It was a beach picture of an old guy, old, wrinkly old guy. I don't know how old he was. He must have been 100. With a beautiful, beautiful girl that was probably 20, okay? And she's in a bikini, he's in shorts. And so you got to see the contrast between the two bodies. I mean, it was amazing. And the caption to the picture was, fathers, this is why you tell your daughters they need to go to college. And fathers, this is why you tell your sons why they need to go to college. You know, hey, listen, this is no big mystery. Okay, these chicks are clearly after his money. It's not about love. It's not about hot sex. It's not about any of that for these women. You know, I don't know what else to call them except for, you know, they're whoring themselves. They're whores, you know. Now, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way, you know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's as old as time. You know, I just find it really amazing because I don't know too many guys, young guys, that if the tables were turned, if you took, say you took a 19-year-old guy, buff, good-looking dude, and you said, look, you know, what do you think about hooking up with a 65-year-old chick? And I'm not talking, I think Madonna's still going to look fairly decent at 65 just because she's figured out the whole, you know, body maintenance thing, plus a little bit of plastic surgery here and there. But I think your average 19-year-old guy, if you were to tell him, look, you know, what do you think about hooking up with this 65-year-old? You may have to perform for you know, who knows how long, but in the end, you're gonna get a lot of money. I just don't know too many guys that can do that. And maybe that's because technically you have to, I guess the word perform is the right word, because you have to be able to perform. And I don't know, men are so visually stimulated that I don't know that, that too many of them could actually rise to the occasion. Well, maybe with Viagra, I don't know. You know, but it's, you know, why is it that there's such a difference between men and women in that regard? It's not uncommon to see a young woman with an old guy that has money. You know, that's just, I mean, you see it all the time. Not even real money. I mean, I see it in everyday life. I see much younger women with older guys. Is that a sign of the economy? You know, is the economy so bad that these women feel like they've basically got to compromise their integrity and hoard themselves? I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know. And I'd love to know what goes, because listen, these girls, you know, are not unattractive. You know, I mean, it's not like they're homely or anything. I mean, I don't know. Now, Ronnie Wood has real crazy money. I mean, he's got FU money. You know, I guess that's just over the top money, and I can understand that. But, you know, ultimately, in the end, when these girls look at these pictures of themselves on the internet, they have to know that people are considering them to be just whores. That's exactly what they are. They're very high-priced call girls. They can call them Ronnie Wood's, you know, they call themselves Ronnie Wood's girlfriends if they want, but the truth of the matter is that they're just whores. And in the end, both these girls, the one on the left, the cocktail waitress, and what did the other one do? I don't know, it doesn't say. Neither one of them are with him anymore. And I guarantee you it wasn't their call. It wasn't their choice. They didn't just leave him. You know, he moved on to another chick, you know, because he's Ronnie Wood. You know, and he's now ended up with this one. I mean, like I said, the face and the laugh says it all. I mean, it's good to be king. It is. It's good to be Ronnie Wood. You know, I don't know. You know, what does that say about the female race? You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. But anyway, Ronnie Wood, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Of course, I know you're not. And God bless your brother. You know? Oh, man. I mean, and I envision him dying in the saddle, which, you know, shouldn't we all be so lucky? Anyway, that's all I got. Down in the comment section, let me know what you think about all this. And females that watch my videos, I know there's a few of you, chime in. Let me know what you think. I'd be very curious. And it's something that you could do. You know, is it something you could have done at their age if you're older now? You know, and try to shed some light on how this actually happens. and meanwhile, I gotta run. I've got to go buy a lottery ticket because I'd love to be in that gondola in his position. Everybody take care. See ya.